live? Alright, we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Book Club. You know my sisters, Sarah and Rhea. I guess that's a good version. Okay. Alright, I guess since I nominated, I'll go first. My feelings about this book were a bit so-so. I purposely looked at all the reviews to make sure it was a clean, because for some reason there are two different types of Pride and Prejudice variations: the clean ones, and then sorry, the air conditioning. The clean
There's a rabbit hole of bad.
Yeah, there's the steamy ones, and I purposely wanted to make sure it wasn't one of the steamy ones before I nominated it. And I was kind of disappointed that the reviews and the description and all of that didn't warn you about. I mean, it wasn't really, really bad, but it was I was not expecting that, and I didn't like it. So I was kind of disappointed.
I know when I was reading those things, I was like, Maria would be turning red right now.
Yeah, she
She's
wasn't
used to it.
too happy about that.
Thankfully, I didn't know what they mostly meant. I was just like, I'm pretty sure I know where they're going with this, but I don't know what it means.
Yeah. I like the concept of the Groundhog Day, where it just looped. I felt like him realizing it was a loop kind of happened a little too fast, and his mental breakdown happened a little too fast. I don't know. I don't know. That part was a little weird. I I kind of wanted, in a way, I kind of wanted Elizabeth to remember at least the bad proposal or something. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Did you read the end where it had the Q&As with the authors?
No, I didn't read that.
Okay, because they asked them why they didn't leave it where, remember the proposal and then the refusal and all that part. And they're like, we just wanted to kind of give him a clean slate to be able to kind of start fresh. So I kind of appreciated that too, because it's like she still remembers her feelings, but she doesn't remember his complete embarrassment, basically. Embarrassing himself. I don't know.
I felt I guess that's true, because he does still get the character growth from it, but then they don't have the memory of, or she doesn't have the memory of that. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't like the epilogue, or I guess it was mixed feelings with the epilogue, because I was sad that she died first and he had to live 10 years without her. That's just sad. I guess
I know. I literally was crying. I was literally crying, and I'm like, I shouldn't be crying. This is so bad.
And I think Fitzwilliam and Bingley both died too. Because they said that he looked over to his two chairs in memory of them.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, Darcy's the oldest. Well, no, Fitzwilliam's older. But one of the older ones, and he lives longer. Yeah. I don't know.
And then his cousin dying in childbirth.
Yeah. I kind of think that's realistic, considering how sickly she was.
Yeah,
but it's still sad.
Kid?
Right.
Fourth kid, true. Yeah.
Was it fourth or third? I think it was fourth.
I think it was the fourth. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that pairing too. Colonel Fitzwilliam and Anne. I'm like, you're cousins. I get it was a different time.
I don't like Fitzwilliam in this book.
Mm-mm.
Is that just me?
He's not like his youthful self. I agree. He was a little bit less gentlemanly, I would say.
Yeah, he was.
But he had his comedic moments too.
He was very unserious, and I felt like that he was too much of a comedian. I'm like, dude, life isn't about making a joke or laughing at everything. And I feel like there's a balance, and he did not have it.
There it is.
I kind of felt like that might be partly like the gallows humor that like soldiers have to kind of help them get through like battle or something, like so that's just how he copes with stuff. I don't know. I'm obviously not a soldier, so I wouldn't know how they deal with that kind of stuff. But that was kind
Yeah,
of
but it's
a
also,
thought.
he's like, what did Jane say? He's like a ray of sunshine, and then Darcy's like a storm cloud. So it's like, I feel it's almost accentuated just because of the fact that Darcy's so somber and so the opposite of that. So
Yeah.
it's not even as crazy as it would seem if it wasn't a complete stark contrast of Darcy, I feel like.
True.
I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I just it's accentuated because of Darcy's oppositeness.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in the original.
Well, because we didn't have it from his
A little.
perspective. Sorry, what was that? She said a little bit. Okay. I feel like it was also because like it wasn't from his perspective, but you would have to imagine that he did have those feelings because I mean he really likes Elizabeth, even if he's not like serious at that point. But seeing her be very friendly, yeah, kind of basically flirting with his cousin and seeing how, dang it, if I could only just be like that, and so I think that's very realistic to
I
think.
also came up with it with William almost ignites more passion in Darcy because all of a sudden he's like, well, if he wants her, I want her, and if he can have her, then maybe I can have her. And it was like all of a sudden he put the feelings away, but then all of a sudden he sees his cousin interacting with her, and he goes, wait a minute, I want her.
Yeah.
And it's like that possessiveness kind of going on. I feel like.
True. I also think that's kind of typical of guys.
Little friendly competition.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like Fitzwilliam knew that and used that to his advantage because he was trying to figure out who he likes. And he's like, oh, maybe it's this girl. So then he starts flirting with her to try to gauge his reaction to it. And his reaction feeds into the fact that he's like, well, he likes her. So he's trying to like goad him on by making him jealous.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that Fitzwilliam was trying to think bring Darcy's good qualities out by telling Elizabeth, and oh, does he not know?
Yeah. He definitely was trying to wingman for him, and he failed miserably.
I was like, dude, you do not know how to wingman.
Like, whoa, this is supposed to be a good thing. What's happening here?
Yeah.
Not the reaction I get expected.
No. I I was like half amused and half annoyed with him in the carriage ride to London with Elizabeth, how he was like constantly trying to tell her all of Darcy's good qualities, and she was just like so stinking annoyed. She's like, I'm still processing things, dude. Just shut up.
Seriously.
Yeah. I thought that was funny, but then also like
And that whole.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna
I was
talk
going
about
to
how
change the subject.
you were gonna change the subject. Oh, I was just gonna say how I thought his like joke about our spouses better let us still flirt though. Like, what? Yeah, like
Yeah, like, okay.
Darcy hasn't proposed. You don't know if her feelings have changed. Like, dude, just slow your horses down. Plus, ew.
Yep. Our future since I'm getting married, and someday you'll probably get married.
Yeah, but he was courting her first.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting that they decided to have them court first.
I kind of liked that because it gave it a space to grow and develop like in that time, and I really liked that personally.
Especially considering Darcy was like he really doesn't know me at all based on how she's judging my character off of these hearsay. So he's like, we need an opportunity for you to see me and for me to be vulnerable with you because I've put up a wall so you don't even know me. So now it's like a chance for her to actually get to know him on a deeper level,
Yeah.
as well as just on a basic level because he was so standoffish she didn't even know him.
Yeah.
And then the whole situation with Lady Ren.
Yeah, however you say your name.
Whatever, the lady who was him and then basically murdered him.
Yeah.
And then he gave her money, and it was just like, what is going on with this thing? Like, this weird sub story is like so bizarre and like horrible.
Yeah, and then that chapter at the end about her life, I was like, why do we need to know this? And like, why is this even like in it? I guess it was supposed to show how he changed or whatever, but like, I don't know, like it was
I
just
don't
weird.
feel like it was.
Outside himself rather than just being in his own little world. But it was still just, it felt really like odd and out of place a little bit and kind of forced.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, okay, she clearly arranged your murder, and now you're like, I want her to have a better life and not be in this situation anymore. And it's just like, you're rewarding her for being a bad person?
Even if it technically didn't
Okay.
happen in this, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was one of the Groundhog Days, so nobody remembers it. But like,
capable of doing it, and she's very trained. Like she's done it before.
yeah.
Where maybe not murder, but burglary and ambushing people seems something that she's very, very familiar with and comfortable with. It's like, I don't think that sending her off to America is going to make her change. I'm sorry, but that's just not how things work.
Yeah. Definitely. I thought that was very weird.
They're trying to paint his character better. They're like, oh, see, he's such a good guy. He wants to help those who even want to hurt him. And you're just like,
Like, dude.
like, what?
I thought it was weird how those schoolboy pranks he was pulling.
Oh my gosh.
And then also, like,
I like how that was written.
yeah,
You're like, we all know it's Darcy.
All of it. That was my favorite one.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. But then, like, after that, when he went and he, like, attacked Mr. Collins,
I was like,
what?
whoa, he's really lost his cotton picking mind.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's a bit far. But okay. At least no one will remember that, right?
Well, and then he was like, when he told Fitzwilliam about it, and he's like, have you punched him in the face yet? He's like, no, I haven't, but that's a good idea. And it's like, rude.
Yeah.
I guess seeing him and having to go to church every single day and hear his long sermons, then I guess that will drive you to lose your mind.
On the 17th time.
Yeah, the same horrible sermon. Like,
yeah, and then
I would probably shoot him. I really.
Yeah.
I'd be just like, I'm just done hearing you.
It won't last anyway. You'll be back alive tomorrow.
Yeah, unless oh gosh.
Oh, wouldn't that be horrible if you just like,
Oh,
yay.
Whoops! I didn't just do that.
Oh, that one stuck?
I didn't mean to publicly do that.
I did it.
And then he ends up in jail.
And he was like, well, that's not how I imagined things
Well,
going.
that's great. Maybe this really is a curse.
My lesson. trap to try to get him to do something crazy, and then that's the cycle. Like, at the craziest one.
That would have been horrible and funny at the same time.
I love it when he goes and, like, yells at people, like, is this your doing? Are you a witch? Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Like, random people.
They're just like,
He's lost his mind. No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then how he befriends Charlotte doesn't even know it. So all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, I moved Charlotte to be close to us. She's like, wait, what? How do you know? Like, I didn't know you were friendly with Charlotte. And she's like, oh, she doesn't know it either, but like, she's been a great help to me. Like,
I'm just like,
okay.
whoa, how could he get Charlotte to be so open about every little detail about Elizabeth?
I know. I almost wonder if, like, maybe.
Like, all of it.
Yeah. I almost wonder if maybe there's, like, remember, like, at the end when he hugs her or whatever, and she's like, I feel like we've been here before or whatever. Maybe there's, like, a lingering, like, so
Charlotte kind of got that sense that he was already.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, like,
something.
The feeling of friendship towards him might still be there, even if she doesn't remember.
To get her to open up, so he could use the same line every day, and then he just, he would say the thing, and then she'd talk, and then he'd ask questions, and it was like, because he just proved to her that he wanted Elizabeth's happiness above everything else, and that was what Charlotte warmed up to about him. And so she's like, if you're truly being honest about this, then I'm going to help you to make my friend happy, because I can tell that you're being, sincere.
Mm-hmm.
So then she was like, okay, so let's spill the tea. Literally.
Literally.
Oh, wait, no, that was Jane. She spilled the tea. Sorry.
Well, they both did. I kind of love that scene where Jane, like, she wasn't just like, oh, that's okay. She was like, what? With Darcy when he was apologizing to her. I kind of loved that. I was like, you go, girl.
She's like, this is after you propose to a woman. I don't care what the situation is. You have failed miserably. We know some guys who needed to see that part or read that part, right, Maria?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, a lot.
People have expectations, people. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated, okay? You just gotta tell them that they're the best thing that ever happened to you, that you love them, use their full name, and tell them all the reasons why you're not good enough, but you're gonna try every day to live up to their whatever they deserve, and then be like, will you?
Sorry, what? Go on.
You have to actually say, will you marry me? And that's it.
Yeah, for that reason, I didn't like Colonel Fitzwilliam's proposal. It was just
I don't consider that.
But then she was like, oh, he said all the right things. I'm like, wait, did he? Because I don't feel like he checked all the check marks that you said.
Yeah.
But
I think she was just like,
she just wanted him.
Yeah, so she's just like, I'll take it.
I'm just like, girl, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why people try to write Anne like weird. You know, like they're like, she really isn't as fragile or quiet or no brained.
I always did.
No brain of her own type of a person. And you're like, how can someone sit like that for, how old is she? I don't know, however old she is, and do nothing. She has to be like that, for real.
Yeah.
She's been taught her entire life to not have her own thoughts.
Yeah, but I always felt like if maybe Elizabeth had tried to, like, make friends with her, she could have maybe livened her up a bit, like, or, like...
No, I feel like that. in the actual book.
What?
Sorry, you cut
Because
out.
he seemed to be like, I just said I always felt like that was a missed opportunity in Pride and Prejudice, the actual book, because it was like Anne sort of idealized her ability to just say what she felt and to be completely herself, and it was like there was potential for a really good friendship to be able to help her bloom out of herself, kind of thing. But maybe there's potential that in the future that they don't show in the book, because after they're married, she'll probably spend more time with her.
Yeah.
But it's still just like, it would be kind of cool to see more of that. Not that Pride and Prejudice isn't already super long, but you know.
Yeah. I would have loved that kind of element, like, just to be, like, looking at her and just feel sorry for her, because, like, I did. Like, reading the book, I always felt so sorry for Anne, because I'm like, she is literally under her mother's thumb. She's a grown woman, and she's under her mother's thumb. Her mother controls everything about her life.
It's almost like she can't even get dressed in the morning without her mom telling her what to wear. And probably does.
Yeah. And, I mean, I did like how Darcy in the end realized, oh, maybe she's like this because we've kind of been pulling away. And I'm like, well, she was like that, so you pulled away, which made her worse. So it kind of just, like, fed into each other. But I kind of like that he acknowledged that.
I know.
And then he's like, I love that.
I mean, but I don't feel like he was telling the truth fully, but you know, he was buttering up too much, I think. Like, well, you can say I'm.
Like, he just said what she needed. Maybe not what she wanted to hear, but what she needed to hear. Which is kind of at the same time, even if it's a white lie, it's kind of one of those white lies that are okay, because it's like he literally was trying to say what she needed to hear because he wanted her to feel bad. But I wanted you to know that you have significance in my life. Like, you're one of the most important people in my life. And really, that is true as far as significance, and, you know, like, he may not appreciate everything she has to say, but he still visits her all the time, and there's still that, like, respect for her position in his life. So it was like, yeah, he might have done a white lie, but I don't think he felt like it was a lie, because he was trying to be comforting and loving as a nephew, but yet still be like, I'm doing what I need to do.
Yeah.
Without or with your approval. It doesn't, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
I thought Bingley's reaction was a bit crazy. I was like, whoa, get out. What? But then he was like, then sends him a letter, and he was like, you know, we're good. And I'm just like,
anger, like, okay. He is not the rageaholic that I would picture doing that at all.
I agree.
I like,
he would probably be like, he would be upset, but he wouldn't be as visibly upset. Like, only maybe Darcy would be able to see that he's upset because he knows him so well, but most people probably wouldn't be able to tell, I think.
Yeah. Something like that where it toes the line of, like, he does feel it, but it's not over the top.
Right, like, I never want to see you again, get out.
His character has go into rage because of it. Like, that's not our Bingley. That's not Bingley.
No. Definitely not.
Like, yeah, he's upset he might lose the love of his life because of his friend's interference, but at the same time, he's not that stupid, okay? He saw stuff was going on. He's not stupid enough to not think that what Darcy said was to get him to not see her again. Like, he's got to have some sort of awareness, even if it's just, okay, that he wants what's best for me, kind of going along with it. Even, I just don't think that his reaction made sense.
Yeah.
I feel like it should have been more
Jane
like
would not approve.
It should have been more like Jane's reaction.
Yeah.
Yes, I loved her reaction because I was like, yes, this fits her character so well.
Yeah.
Jane is just super. And I'm not saying that just because I'm gonna play Jane.
Are you though? Have you tried out?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
I'm just joking. You got the part. Don't worry. I can't imagine anybody else being Jane. I mean, honestly.
I literally already bought the dress. You can't take it away from me.
You bought the dress?
Remember that dress that she sent pictures of?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I literally have 3 dresses. I've got the dress for the wedding, I've got my Cruella dress, and I've got my Jane dress. I'm like, I'm gonna need to like have a closet rod or something in the back of our truck to hang all my dresses. And then of course I'm gonna need a dress for her and for the bachelorette party and whatever other events we're going to. So I'm gonna have a lot of dresses.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I know we've discussed it behind the scenes. We've been discussing possibly taking a break over the summer because, like Sarah had mentioned, we do have a lot of events this summer, and I'm totally okay if you guys feel like you can handle it and going on with the book club. I'm cool with that. If you guys want to take a break, I'm cool with that. So what would you guys like to do?
I was super against it when you first mentioned it, honestly. Like, I'm like, why would we stop? Like, summer is when I do the most reading and all that. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, you're right. We're going to be doing a lot. And even just, like, while I'm there, we're going to be doing a lot for the villainous video and whatever else. So
Sarah, we're live.
maybe it would be a good idea to break.
Was it supposed to be a secret?
I wanted it to be a
I thought we were
secret.
supposed to, like, monologuing our... Okay, whatever. Sorry.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
Whatever.
what were you saying?
I was just going to say that it maybe would be good to take off for the summer and then reassess maybe at the end of summer, beginning of fall, whatever.
Okay. How do you feel, Rhea?
I think some people need a break. They kind of been a little bit.
Says the girl who was literally raging yesterday.
Oh my gosh, that was nothing to do with the book.
No, but like. Okay.
Okay, we're all a little stressed about certain situations, so we don't need to go there, but yeah.
Yes. We all have our own
normal
stresses.
level of stress.
Okay, so
more than others.
We are taking a break. All right. So I guess today is the last day of book club for now. We will reassess in the fall. Maybe I don't know. We'll discuss it among ourselves and figure it out. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our discussions, sometimes arguments. It's we tend to get kind of passionate about books, and just I can already hear I can already hear our mom being like, "You do know it's not real, right?" We are aware. Doesn't mean we don't have opinions about it.
Yeah, ironic. We all have such a strong opinion and love of books. So it's like, yeah, Mom, it's not real, but it's your fault, so
Totally. She totally raised us to be bookworms. But yeah, so she did. So thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you. I guess we're not doing a book club, but I hope to see you in my next video.